All right, guys, welcome to section 1.8, and I call this statements of logic and chain of reasoning more so. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just after you've read the section, you should be familiar with this little symbol. So this is used for not P. Okay, so if your hypothesis is if it is raining, then I have an umbrella. Okay, so again, you should be familiar with this is the hypothesis, it is raining. And the conclusion is I have an umbrella. So this is my conditional statement. It's in if-then form, so it's a conditional statement. We look at this like P, then Q. If P, if it is raining, then Q. If I wanted to negate this, if I wanted to say if it is not raining, okay, I can actually negate it. We know that, negative. So what I did was I took my hypothesis and I made it not P, then, okay, and then we can continue it. But I just want to stress to you guys, when you see this little squiggle, it means not, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about is converse. You already know. So we have our conditional statement, okay? That's the if-then form, standard if-then form. It's P implies Q. We already talked about what the converse is, and the converse is the reverse. Okay, so you just reverse them. You reverse the hypothesis and the conclusion. We're going to learn two more today. We're going to learn the inverse, okay, and the inverse means that you just negate the conditional statement. So it means not P implies not Q. Okay, you make the conditional statement negative. And the last one we're going to talk about is contra positive. And that is everything is flipped around. Not Q implies not P. Okay, not Q implies not P. And I promise we're going to practice this. There is a theorem. This is theorem 3 in your book. If a conditional statement is true, and this is important, if a conditional statement is true, so if it is raining, then the contrapositive is also true. Okay, so if you know for sure that P implies Q, if you know that that is true, then you also know that not Q implies not P, okay? And that is very, 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 very important. Okay, all right, are you ready? So we're using this. So if this is true, then this is also true, okay? We're gonna start our chain of reasoning notes. So I'm gonna show you guys how you guys approach these kind of chain of reasonings, okay? So use the following to draw a conclusion and show your work. If jewels join jumpers, then farms don't fix faxes. If monkeys meet mice, then karma doesn't kill. If orangutans don't oscillate, then farms fix faxes. If tarantulas don't taunt teachers, then karma kills. If jewels don't join jumpers, then monkeys meet. Okay, so we're gonna link this together. That's like saying, if I don't do my homework, then my mom will be mad. If my mom is mad, then I can't go to the movies. Okay, so let's think about this. That means if I don't do my homework, then I won't go to the movies. Okay, so you're kind of cutting out the middleman. That's what a chain of reasoning is. It links things together in your thought. When you do these problems, we're going to put them in an easier kind of form. So if jewelers join jumpers, I'm going to put as a J. And then I'm going to change this. Farms don't fill faxes. So not F. I changed it to not F because it says don't. Farms don't fill faxes. So J implies not F, okay? The next one, I might run out of colors. If monkeys meet mice, then karma doesn't kill. Okay, not K. All right, next one. If orangutans don't oscillate, so not O, that implies farmers fix faxes, F. Okay, I'm just translating this. We're linking this together. I'll use a lighter blue color. If tarantulas, I already used the light blue, I'll use the dark blue. If tarantulas don't taunt teachers, so not T, implies then karma kills. I already used karma, didn't I? K. My K is pink. Okay. Then K. Oh, and the farmer's one, that should be blue. I already used the light blue. Here we go. I'm trying to show you guys that you're linking these colors kind of together. If jewelers don't jump, join jumpers. So if not J, then monkeys meet mice. The monkeys one is purple, so I'm going to color that purple. Okay, so with the chain of reasoning, the first thing you want to do is you want to find a color that only has one of them. So if I'm looking at my picture, I see that the green and the dark blue only have one. Now, just FYI, guys, that's kind of your answer. Okay, not to give it away, but that's your answer. The green and the blue. We just have to figure out how they link because it says for us to show our work. So you always start with one of those single colors. So I'm just going to start with that green one. Okay, so that's this one right here. I can cut it out if I want to. And I'm going to bring that. Oh, I grabbed the M, cut it out. And I'm going to bring that right here. So this is my starting point, okay? So I already used this one. I'm going to cross it off. I used it. And then I'm left with this F here. So what I have to do is I have to link it or chain it with another F. Now the problem is the F that I see is not F. But I learned this theorem up here that says I'm allowed to flip these and make them both negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this statement, J to not F, I'm going to flip them and make them both negative. Okay, so what happens when I made that F negative is two negatives canceled out. So I changed that one. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and I'm going to link it to that F. So now those Fs are allowed to chain up. So now I have to chain up with a not J. And I see my not J right here. Link it up with this not J. Okay, so those are chained up. Now I have this M at the back. And I have to chain it up with this M right here. So we're going to chain that up. Boop, chained up. Now I have to link up the not K. So in order to do that, if you guys notice, again, I'm zooming in on this one, I need it to be a not K. So I'm going to flip them and make them both negative. So it's going to turn not K to not T, which means T. So I changed that one. Okay, I made it the Contra Positive. Come down, I link it on, and here is my answer. My answer is not O implies T. Not O implies T. And then we're going to write the sentence. So if orangutans don't oscillate, then tarantulas taunt teachers. Okay? And that is chain of reasoning in a nutshell. Again, colors help a lot because you always start with the color that doesn't match up with anything. And again, that's kind of like your final answer, right? We had the green and the dark blue, the orangutans and tarantulas. We already knew that was going to be our final answer. Again, writing conditional statements, change it to if-then form. Every cambabble is a plegrodot. So if you are a cambobble, then you are a plegrodot. Okay, so that is, if it says write the conditional statement, all that means is put it in if-then form. Change it in if-then form. Okay, so, and again, we're going to be practicing this. So this is our deductive reasoning and chain of reasoning kind of put together, okay? You have to know conditional statement, converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So make sure you guys are reading this section on those. And like I said, we'll be working with this. So hope that helps.